Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Just a minute.
I'll just change my mic setting. Perfect.
Take.
Okay. So, guys, uh,
Take.
some few rules before we start with the FR class. Okay. We will be following these rules throughout the syllabus. Okay.
हाँ
Firstly,
चल
I will
ठीक है तो
be,
ध्यान रखें और खाना ठीक से दिया है पहले।
I want all the cameras on mute. Okay, throughout the lecture. Only if in case you have a doubt. Okay, my voice is disturbing. Is it any better now? Is it better now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, certain rules that we will be following just to ensure the smooth flow of the lecture. The cameras remain on throughout. Okay, I won't be telling you specifically or specially to switch your cameras on. Secondly, the mics remain off. Only if in case you have a doubt, you have an option to raise your hand in the Zoom meeting itself. You raise your hand, I call out your name, and then you can ask me your doubt. Whenever I am speaking, please do not interrupt. It affects the flow of the lecture and it also disturbs the other students in the class. Everyone. Third, I want 100% attendance. Fourth, no using mobile phones during the class. Okay, till the time we are in FR class, everything remains aside. Okay, everything remains aside. Just we and FR. These two things exist. Everyone. So, everyone switch your cameras on before I give the small introduction of. I want all the cameras to be on. Everyone quickly switch your camera. Shiva, Rahul, Pratham, Sofit. Is so much disturbing. Just a minute. Is it the background fan noise that is bothering? Is it the background noise that is bothering? Okay, just give me.
Recording in progress.
Is it better now? Hello. Can anyone confirm if my voice is better now? Shiva, Varsha, is my voice better now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, it's breaking somewhat. Okay. Now, guys, before we start into the syllabus, a small introduction. So, I am Bhavik, Waghela, a qualified ACCA. I have been teaching students since almost last 10 years. I specialize in the subjects like FR, FM, and TF in the skill level. Talking about professional level, I specialize in SPR, that is strategic business reporting. And at the knowledge level, I teach FA and ME. So in a way, you will see me teaching the practical subjects only. Theory subjects, I don't like them for a reason. I don't know what is the reason I don't like them. I used to struggle a lot during my, what I say is theory papers. All the practical papers I had managed to score 60 plus, but theory for some reasons I used to score in 50s also. And that's fine. Everyone has their weak points. Yes. You will see many faculties who teach theory subjects, they will see that, sir, we struggle with practical subjects. Even if you give them a subject like FA or MA, they will be struggling there. So it's fine, like every faculty has its own specialization. Now, talking about my work experience in addition to what I say is teaching experience, I also have 3 years of, not 3 years, rather 4 years of corporate experience in which I used to prepare the financial financial statements as per the IFRS. So what we will be teaching is something that what I will be teaching is something that I have done in practical life. So I can also share some practical experiences if when we come across a particular concept. Okay. And guys, talking about FR as a subject, see, it is a rule based. Guys, is my voice still breaking in between?
Yes, sir.
Is it too much? Is the frequency too much?
So your voice isn't clear.
सर कभी कभी बीच बीच में वॉइस लो हो जाती है तो उसमें क्या समझ नहीं आता है.
Hello. Okay. Guys, just a minute. Some of our batchmates are not able to join the batch. So let me get in touch with them and just help them. Meanwhile, just give me 2 minutes. Guys. Guys, just allow me a minute. Okay, is it better now?
Yes sir.
Okay, so where was I? What was the last thing that I told? What was I discussing, guys? Anyone? The last thing that I. Oh yes. So FR is mostly a rule based. Now we will be studying multiple standards. Okay, like IAS 16, IAS 8, IAS 2, IAS 40, 41, IAS 21, 36, 38, IFRS 15, IFRS 16, IFRS 9, and so on, and the list goes on. So there are certain rules on how do we present a particular transaction, how do we prepare financial statements. Okay. So what we will be doing is we won't be memorizing these rules, rather we will be learning them logically. Because I believe is what I believe is that if the logics are clear, then you need not remember the things. Once you know the logic, you directly know the outcome, right? Okay. So this subject we will be learning it logically throughout. So you don't have to memorize any single thing. Initially, the theory part will feel easy or simple, but as and when we progress, okay, as and when we progress, the syllabus starts to compile up. And what will happen is everything will start feeling confusing. Sir, which thing goes to PNL, which thing goes to OCI, what is the treatment? We forget everything, sir. So this is the reason that we will be learning everything logically throughout the FR syllabus. Okay, everyone? Okay.
Yes
Now,
sir.
guys, one more thing. I would like to know that how many of you are from the exemption group, and this is your very first paper, like ACCA skill paper. You have an option to raise your hand. Just raise your hand, so it will help me design the lecture, the flow of the lecture. I wanted to know how many of you have given, how many of you have taken the exemption route, and this is your very first paper in ACCA. Okay, 9, 13 of us, okay, 14. All others have given the other ACCA papers? All others have given the other ACCA papers? Okay, guys, you guys can put your hands down. Okay, just now first paper FM. Okay, Varsha. Okay, now guys, what I have planned for today is, firstly, I will be showing you the paper pattern and the structure of our FR syllabus. Second, we will be touching the basics of accountancy. What happens is we have skipped the knowledge list. Okay. So how to record a journal entry and the rules to record a journal entry and so on is something that we will be discussing today. So today's lecture would be a lighter one. And if time permits, I start with a small and simple standard that is IFRS 13, which is fair value measure. So this is my plan for today. Okay. Now I know that majority of you must be having a practical experience, so you know the basics of accounting and everything. But going forward, what I want is how I record a journal entry, how I decide a journal entry is way different. I don't go by the rules of personal, real, and normal. So I will be sharing the rules with you today. And going forward, we will be using those rules to record the journal entries throughout our FR syllabus. Every standard we learn will have certain transactions for which we need to know the journal entry. And if you go to memorize these journal entries, our life will become hard. Okay, so I don't want you guys to memorize anything. We will be learning everything practically and logically, so you don't have to memorize any single thing. Everyone with me so far? Okay. Now today's lecture will feel like it's so easy. We already know this, but guys, let us brush up our basics. Okay, because the basics are strong, then we have great conceptual understanding, right? Because FR is an extension of FA. So the FA, the better you know, will help you more in learning FR. Okay. So just give me a minute. I will open the notes from my end and then we can start. Guys, certain questions, if you have any questions apart from the FR related, we keep it towards the end. Okay, we keep the doubts towards the end. Okay, so right now till 12:30 I will be speaking, till 12:15 I will be speaking. The last 15 minutes is all yours. You can ask me your questions till then. Everyone? Okay. So I will also be telling you my flow of lecture, that how do we learn, how do we study. Oh, yes, Sujata. Okay, maybe she forgot to do. Now, guys, this is the structure of our ACCA exam. Okay? This is the structure of our ACCA exam. Now, the new structure that had come out is applicable from 2027. Okay, so we are currently into the old route only. Okay, the current, not I won't say the old route. We are the new structure is not applicable to us or not. Okay, so we have three levels: knowledge, skill, and professional. So out of these, I believe that you guys must have got five exemptions. That is the knowledge level plus the law and taxation, right? You must have received exemption for these five papers. Now, if we pay attention here, if we pay attention here, I have highlighted certain subjects. What do you think could be the reason? Guys, the class needs to be what I say is interactive, okay? Not just me speaking. So you guys can raise your hands and give me the answer. Why do you think have I highlighted certain subjects? Yes, Nandini.
These subjects are interconnected.
Perfect. These subjects are interrelated.
FA provides a basic level for FR and then FR for SBR.
Correct. So whatever we learn in FA forms a base for our financial reporting subject, which further forms a base for our strategic business reporting. So guys, we need to master FR. We need to master FR because 80% of something that you 80% of the SBR that you learn is something that you have already or that we are already learning right now in FR. So if you master these subjects, okay, if your concepts are strong over here, you won't be struggling much with the concepts that SBR makes. Okay. So yes, we will be starting with financial reporting subject. And guys, talking about the professional level, we have a total 4 papers to be written, out of which 2 are compulsory: strategic business reporting and strategic business leadership. And we have an option to write any 2 out of 4 over here. So these 4 are optional papers. Now it depends which subject to select, depends on your area of expertise. Where do you wish to make a career? Now talking about me, I had taken AFM and APM. Again, the same reason I did theory, I did taxation. So I didn't want to go with AAA and ATX. So the only option available for me were AFM and APM. No doubt, APM is one of the trickiest paper. I managed to clear APM in the second attempt. All other papers I cleared in the first attempt. Okay. So APM, I'll tell you my story. APM was my very last paper. I had kept APM towards the end. So I thought I would pass, but on the result day, I saw 45. I was completely disheartened. If I would have cleared this paper, I would have become an affiliate on that day. So I gave a re-attempt. I appeared it again, but this time I focused more on practice, and that helped me score 65. So I cleared APM with 65%. Okay, so APM is the trickiest among all these papers. Okay, but yes, the chances of getting ranked is also higher because other subjects to get a rank you need to have 80 plus or 85 plus. But in APM, even if you score 70 to 75, anywhere between 70 to 75, the chances of getting a rank increases because very less students go with APM, okay, as they find it tricky. Everyone? Okay. Now talking about the paper pattern that we have, the entire FR paper is divided into 3 sections: Section A, Section B, and Section C. Okay, Section A, B, and C. Now, Section A and Section B are completely objective, right? Now, what do I mean by objective is some small numericals will be given. We will be learning standards. In particular standard, they will be telling us how to calculate a particular amount. Okay, every standard will tell us, like for example, IAS 16, it will tell us to find out the carrying amount of the asset at a particular date. Now, this is something that is written in IAS 16. Okay, a question will be there followed by 4 options, or it may be a kind of a fill in the blank kind of question where you will have to punch in the numbers. Okay, so section A and B are completely objective. So if you see that out of the total 100 marks, 60 marks are just objective. So do you think it will be difficult to fail this paper?
No, sir.
It is very difficult to fail this paper, I will say. I will say that it is very difficult to fail this paper because if you are attending the lectures regularly, you are doing what I am telling you to practice, then out of this 60, I assume you can easily score 40 to 45. Can we score easily 40 to 45? Not even think exactly 60 on 60. You can score 40. Then what you need to do is score another 10 to 20 marks from section C. See, you need a total of 50 marks to 50% to clear your paper. Our goal will be to score somewhere around 45 to 50 in section A and B. And whatever we get in section C is a bonus for us. Okay. So passing FR is not a challenge. Passing FR or clearing FR is not a challenge. Okay. And And I will also tell you from which chapters can we expect section C. Now, if you see section C, I have written two constructed response. Now, what do I mean by constructed response is a full-fledged question. You will be getting two full-fledged questions. And these full-fledged questions can be from either single entity, FS, that is preparation of financial statements as per IFRS, or it can be from consolidation, or it can be from analysis and interpretation. So, do we get any option, any 2 out of 3, any 2 out of 4? The answer is no. You will be getting two questions, you have to answer them both. You don't have any option in your FR paper. It is 100% compulsory paper, no options you have got. And guys, if I talk about the permutation combination, section A and B, section C, first question can be from single entity, second can be from analysis and interpretation. First question can be from consolidation, second can be from analysis and interpretation. First question can be from single entity FS, and second can be from, okay, these are the only possibilities, guys. Analysis and interpretation, you will be having it for sure. Okay, and guys, section C question, we will be doing them towards the end. Okay, we will be doing them towards the end and not at the beginning. So what our goal will be to do section A and B questions first. Okay, I will not be touching these chapters for now, because to learn these, we need to have a good grip over section A and section B topics. Because whatever we learn in section A and section B is something that we will be applying over here. So unless and until we do not know the section A and B topics, how can we perform good in section C? Agree? Everyone agree this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Some of you guys are saying that my voice is still echoing. Okay, Harishi, just give me a minute. I will switch on to some other earphones. Some of you are not able to hear. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll come to my next bed. Okay.
Guys, I want your cameras on, everyone. Okay, I had requested the cameras to be on because I believe in a concept nazar hati, durghatna ghati. The moment you lose a focus even for 2 seconds, everything will start feeling like a bouncer, guys. Okay, so you need to be involved in the lectures. You need to keep the cameras on because you become conscious that, okay, sir is watching me. So obviously you will be looking at a screen, or else what will happen is you will end up using mobile phones. You will be looking here and there and so on. Okay. And guys, I want the lecture sessions to be interactive. I will be needing your inputs as well. I will be needing your inputs as well. Okay. Won't just be a one-way discussion, one-way communication. Okay. Thank you, Varsha. Okay, guys. So everyone understood what will happen? Analysis and interpretation will be for sure. Okay. Analysis and interpretation will be for sure in your section C. Okay. The other, it will either be single entity FS. This is actually known as IFRS 18 in the study book. And or the consolidation. Consolidation, this time they had asked the consolidated SOPL. So consolidation, we have two things. We have either to prepare the consolidated SOPL or we have to prepare a consolidated SOFP. This attempt, it was SOPL that was asked. Majorly, that was SOPL. So major of my students, they told, sir, this time we had consolidated SOPL. Okay, everyone. And guys, one more thing. The sequence that we have in our VGLD textbook or on the study hub is something different to what we will be following. I have designed my lectures in a way for the reason that one standard is linked to another. Okay. So whatever are the interlinked standards, I have done it together as in one after the one. No problem, Sania. Oh, everyone understood? So I will just walk you through the study hub, ACCA study hub. Just give me a minute. I will be telling you what we will be doing throughout the lectures. And guys, see how many of us want to pass FR in the first attempt? How many of us want to pass FR in the first attempt?
Actually, everyone wants to.
Yeah, everyone, sir.
Everyone.
Just plug into my earphones. I am here connected to my laptop. Okay. I'm changing the audio settings. Okay, guys, how many of you want to clear FR in the first attempt? I can see only 17 hands raised. Others? Other 27 students? We want to donate our money to charity to the ACCA body. So guys, whatever I say, you have to follow it religiously. Guys. Everyone, whatever I say, you have to follow it religiously. Okay. So what I will be doing is, we have chapters. Okay. We have chapters. After each and every chapter, see, I will be discussing the concepts with you. We will be learning everything logically. Once we are done with this, perfect, Chandan. Once we are done with this, we will be practicing 8 to 10 questions per chapter in the class itself. Section A and B I am talking about. Okay, section A and B chapters. We will be solving 8 to 10 questions in class. Now, in addition to that, there will be more questions that I will be giving you for homework on a day, not on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis. I will be giving you the homework for the week. Okay. Now, from where do you have to take these questions? Just give me a minute. I will log into the study hub. I hope everyone must have you have received. I hope everyone must have received what I say is your ACCA login credentials. Okay. Hi Ashik, good morning. Uh, Good to see you here as well. Yes, we will be clearing FR in the first attempt. Okay, so guys, I am just sharing my screen. Let me know once it is visible. So what you will do is you go to my qualification once you log in. You scroll down, you get study here. Guys, you can put your hands down. That's fine. Ashik, which batch were you from of my FA? Okay. Now here, guys, you will have to go for exams from September 2025 to June 2026 financial reporting. Here you go, you get study. Now see, these are the chapters that we have. Okay. These are the chapters that we have in our FR syllabus. A total of 27 chapters. A total of 27 chapters, but don't get worried having a look at the length, the number of the chapters. Some of the standards are quite small. We will be able to do it in 45 minutes itself. Okay. So just don't get scared by looking at this. Everyone understood? Everyone with me so far? Okay. Now, guys, if you can see on the left-hand side, we have two quizzes and the practice questions. So practice questions, we again have chapter-wise practice questions over here. So we have a total of 461 questions. Okay, we have a total of 461 questions, of which, if you can see, we have almost around 8 to 12 questions on an average, 8 to 12 questions per chapter. Okay, and chapter wise, again, chapter wise. We won't be doing these questions, guys. Study questions, we won't be doing it. These are not exam standard questions. So we will not be wasting our time over here, everyone. Okay, you have to completely ignore the study questions for all of them. We will be doing it till constructed response. As and when we go through a particular chapter. So I will be solving these questions in class as and when we do a particular chapter. Like let us say we are done with IAS 16. So I will be solving 7 questions on IAS 16 in class. We are done with IAS 23. So I will be doing 4 questions on IAS 23. We are done with government grants, that is IAS 20. So we will be doing 10 questions in class. So on an average, we will be doing 8 to 12 questions per chapter in the class itself. Everyone? So what will be your homework on a weekly basis? See, I am telling all my expectations today only so that I don't have to repeat the same instructions on a daily basis. Okay, everyone? So what we will be doing is for homework, as and when we are done with a particular chapter, you will be coming to the quizzes section over here. Quiz. Now here you have chapter wise quiz. Okay. You have 5 questions per chapter. Just 5 questions per chapter, guys. In addition to the classwork questions that we will be doing, you will also be doing these questions for your homework. Everyone? Now let us say we are done with the topic IAS 16, which is chapter number 7. Okay. So you will come to quizzes. You will select chapter 7 quiz and you will get all the questions on IAS 16. So let us say we are done with IAS 16. We have done 8 to 10 questions in class. So in addition to those 8 to 10 questions that we have done in class, you will also be solving these 5 questions for homework. You will also be solving these 5 questions for homework. Everyone? And guys, to clear FR in the first attempt, we need to be regular. We need to be consistent with this particular practice. And believe me, this practice have helped many students of mine in the past to gain the confidence. Okay. The more questions you practice, the more confidence that you get, which helps you clear the FR paper. Everyone, so we will be following this particular practice. So going forward, you all know that as and when we complete a particular chapter, you know what I say is you guys know your homework. Everyone, you guys have your assignments ready as and when we are done with a particular chapter. So what we, in case we have a doubt in these homework questions, okay. So guys, what I generally do is towards the end of the session, I keep 10 to 15 minutes for the doubt solving. So if you have any doubts in any homework question, then we will be discussing it in this slot only. Everyone understood this? Not in between the lectures. We will be solving the doubts together in the what I say is sessions only. Because what I believe is, let us say Sandeep is having a doubt in question 1 of IAS 16. Now, 10 students reaching me differently. So please help me with this question, sir. Help me with this question. Replying to the same question 10 times versus solving one question in class in front of 49 students. Which one would be more convenient?
Solving in class only, sir.
Obviously. So let us say that Harsh is having a doubt in a particular question, which Avantika is not having it today. But after 5 days, she has the same doubt. Sir, we have a doubt. Sir, I have a doubt in this particular question. So if I am solving that question in class, it helps all of us, right? It helps all of us.
Yes, sir.
Everyone understood? Okay, guys, you can have your WhatsApp group created. Yes, Pratham, don't worry, we will make a group and share all the queries and homework questions on that group. That's fine. See, I have my handwritten notes for FR. We will be following that. In addition to that, if you want to give a read, you can go to the ACCA study hub. You have the notes from there. You have the notes from VGLD textbook as well. Okay. So once we are done with our topic, you can, what I say is go through the VGLD textbook. And guys, there are certain topics in the textbook and also in the study hub, which does not have much of weightage. So I won't be touching it. Okay, so if you find any such particular topic, just give it a one-time read. So whatever we will be doing is completely exam oriented. My target is to complete FR in 70 to 75 hours. Okay, because till the time we complete our 70 to 75 hours, you guys will be 15 to 20 days away from your final examination date. Okay, so there, basis on my past experiences, I know that certain topics will never be tested in exam. So we will be skipping those. Everyone understood this. Okay. Now, guys, coming to the basics of financial reporting. Okay, coming to the basics of financial reporting, that is basics of financial accounting. Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, guys, there is one more thing that students challenge in. Okay, they face challenge in. Sir, we know everything, but we failed in time management. We were not able to manage time. So, guys, for total 100 marks of paper, you have 180 minutes. So, if I go by mathematics, I have 1.8 minutes for 1 mark. So, if I get a 2-mark question, I cannot give more than 3.5 minutes to that. So this is something that we will be working from day one itself. We have to work on our speed, guys. Okay, everyone. See, section A, you have 15 MCQs of 2 marks each. So for each question, I cannot give more than 3 minutes. I cannot give more than 3 minutes to one of the questions. And guys, gradually, as and when we progress, these 3 minutes will by default come to 1 minute. Okay, and we will have to do this because whatever time we save in section A and B, will help us devote time to section C, and section C is bit time consuming. Okay, everyone. So we will be working on the speed from day one only. I will be sharing as much tricks as possible to help you save time in calculation. Okay. I want every one of you to sit with the calculators from the next lecture, not from today. A normal calculator, no using mobile phones for calculator. You will be using the same calculator which you will be carrying in your examination. Okay. The same calculator, the normal regular calculator. Yes, Sujata, tell me. Okay. Now, guys, let us learn the basic definition before we come into this particular topic. Any one of you who is from science background that you had done 11th and 12th science and then from 13th you took commerce and then you are now into ACCA? Anyone?
Me, sir.
Oh, so all of us are from the commerce background, because in this has been my record that every batch I have at least one or two students from science background, and then they pursue ACCA. So my streak has been broken. And this is the reason that I take everything from scratch. Okay. First definition that we have is a transaction. Anyone, what do we mean by transaction? Yes, sir.
So
What do we mean by transaction?
any financial entry in which one amount will be debited or another will be, two accounts will be debit or credit, I think.
I have not yet come into that particular part for now, like debit and credit. Let us not enter into debit credit only. Yes, Fatima.
Business dealing between
Perfect, Fatima. Buying and selling involved between two parties. Perfect, Sujata. Yes, Sandeep.
So same the buying and selling between the two person or more than
Perfect.
2%.
So, guys, what is a transaction? It is simply a business dealing between two people. See, dealings are of two types, right? Personal dealing and business dealing. Now, I am hungry. Okay, let us say I give you guys a break at somewhere around 10:30 or 11 a.m. I approach my mother, I tell her, please give me something to eat. Now, this is not a business dealing, right? Is this a business dealing? Will my mother charge me that, okay, I made you upma, give me 50 rupees. Will she charge me at the first place?
No, sir.
No, sir.
The answer is no. So this is not a business dealing, rather this is a personal dealing. And guys, in financial reporting, in financial accounting, we always record business transactions. We always record business dealings. Okay. So we need to understand this, that what is a transaction? It is any business dealing between two people. Now you guys have enrolled at VGLD for FR lectures, right? So is this a business dealing or a personal dealing?
Business dealing.
Business dealing. Now, VGLD will be recording this transaction in their financial statements that a sum of rupees so and so is received towards revenue. Everyone. Now, I charge VGLD on hourly basis. Let us say I charge VGLD on hourly basis. I delivered X hours of lecture multiplied by the rate. I get my payment. Now, again, I will be recording this as a business dealing in my financial statements, right? As my income, as my revenue, and VGLD will be recording this as an expense. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So now this gives me one more information. The word income and the word expense. What is income? Any money received from sale of goods or services. Correct? Any money received or money received from sale of goods or services is my income. So income for Bhavik is expense for VGLD. Now, what will VGLD say? We paid money to receive goods and services from Bhavik. So here, what I say is VGLD received my services. Correct? VGLD received my services. So it's income for me, but expense for VGLD. So what is income? Income is any money received from sale of goods or services. What is expense? Any money paid to acquire goods or to buy goods or services. Everyone understood? Transaction, income, and expense. We are done with 3 definitions. Everyone got this? Okay. So we are done with transaction, income, and expenses. Next, what we have is asset. Now, anyone, what do we mean by asset? Anyone, what do we mean by asset? You can raise your hand and tell me. Yes, Sandeep.
Anything from which we can get the future benefit for more than 1 year.
Perfect. Perfect. So if I'm also not going into that, let us understand it at the grassroots level and the layman's language. Yes, Zara. How do we pronounce it? Zara or Zara? You're not audible, Zara or Zara. Sorry. Zara. Okay. Yes. What
Anything,
do you want to say
anything
about
that,
asset? Hmm.
yes, anything that a business owns through which they can receive money is called an asset.
Perfect. Anything which a business owns is an asset. And obviously, why will anyone, a business, own anything? To get some benefits from the future, in the future, to get some benefits, and benefits can be of any type, right? So asset, anything which a business owns is an asset. Example include laptop, furniture, etc. Guys, obviously, amount receivable is also an asset. Amount receivable is also an asset. Now, let us say my financial year ends in March, 31st of March. So I must have delivered lectures at VGLD in the month of March. Correct? So the payment for March, generally I will receive it in the month of April. So don't you think at 31st of March, I will show an amount receivable from VGLD? And this amount receivable, don't you think will be an asset for me? So any amount receivable is also an asset. Any amount receivable is also an asset. I gave a loan to Shobhit. Now for Shobhit, for me, it will be an asset. Why? Because I have an amount receivable from Shobhit. Now let us think from Shobhit's standpoint. He took a loan from Bhavik, sir. So can I say this is an amount payable from Shobhit's standpoint? So any amount that is payable is a liability. Any amount that is payable is a liability. Okay. Example, loan. Or any amount payable to another service provider. Guys, any amount payable is a liability. Everyone understood this? Okay. Anyone, any questions so far? Transaction, income, expense, asset, and liability. Anyone, any questions so far? Okay. Then next what we have is account. Okay. Now guys, let us say I have 2 transactions, 2 scenarios over here. Now see, what do we do in financial accounting and reporting? What do we do in financial accounting and reporting? We are recording business activities. We are recording business transactions, business dealings, right? Everyone understood this? Now let us say there are 2 ways to record the transaction. First one is I write electricity bill for May, electricity bill for June, electricity bill for July. I write it in a statement form. I am recording the transaction. Now this is just 3 examples that I have taken. Imagine a company like Reliance Industries. It has transactions all over India, not all over India, rather all over world. Imagine the number of transactions. I'm not talking about the amount of transactions. I am just discussing the number of transactions for now. Okay, I am just discussing the number of transactions. Guys, they have lakhs and millions of transactions taking place in Reliance Industries. So do you think it will be convenient for Mr. Mukesh Ambani to go through 1 million line items? The answer is no. So to summarize all this data, what I do is I prepare an account. And what I will be doing is I will be writing all the transactions pertaining to a particular event or particular head in one particular account. So for example, I open electricity account. Now in this electricity account, I write all the transactions pertaining to electricity account only. Why? Because if Mr. Mukesh Ambani wants to know that what is the total electricity bill that we have paid till date, you get the total directly. You don't have to analyze and then summarize it. Now, why do you think we guys have wardrobe at home? Why don't we keep clothes at random? Anyone? Why don't we keep the clothes at random place? And why do we keep it at in a wardrobe only?
To keep it organized.
To keep it organized. You know that, okay, in this wardrobe, I have my clothes only. Imagine your clothes, below that your mother's clothes, below that your father's clothes, your siblings' clothes, and so on. Will it be convenient for you? It will become a time-consuming process, right? So the same thing in accounts, what we have is account. Just like we have wardrobe at a home, in financial accounting, we have in financial reporting, we have accounts that are prepared. Okay, it helps us organize and summarize the data. Perfect, Tanushri, making it convenient to keep records of. Redmi Note 11T 5G. Can you please change your name to keep it organized and classified based on a specific nature? Perfect. So now talking about accounts, it is a record in an accounting system that tracks the financial activity relating to a particular person, asset, liability, particular head of expense or income recorded at one place. Okay, everyone. Now, guys, these are the basics which are not there in our any of the book, neither in the study hub nor in VGLD textbook. Okay, we are taking everything from scratch. Okay, everyone understood account, the definition account? Perfect. And I guess Sandeep had told two effects. Every transaction has two effects, right? So every transaction that takes place will always affect two accounts. And that is why our system of accounting is called as double entry system. Guys, we always follow double entry system of bookkeeping. Every transaction that takes place have two effects. First one, Bhavik conducted lectures and he charged a fee of rupees 1,50,000. Now he received the payment in check. Now let us analyze the transaction. Bhavik conducted lectures. Now, if I go by the definition, does not this fall into income? Any money received by selling goods and services? So first impact is the income for Bhavik, 1,50,000. And second impact, can I say Bhavik also received the check for this? Bhavik also received a check for this. So the two effects are, firstly, income, second, received a check. Now, if I go by the rules, let us discuss the golden rules of accounting. How many of you know the rules? Just raise your hand. How many of you know these rules? Aditya, I will be sharing the notes, not to you directly. I will be sharing it with the team, and team will be uploading it either by Monday or by Tuesday. Okay. So these notes will be shared by you by the team. I will be sharing it with the team, not directly. Okay. Can anyone tell me the rule for personal account? Can anyone
Debit the receiver, credit the payer.
credit the giver? It's not reserve payer.
Giver.
Okay, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real account, anyone else who would like to try?
Debit what comes in, credit what goes out.
Perfect. And nominal account.
Debit all the
Debit all the
expenses,
expenses.
expense.
credit all the
One by one, guys. One by one. Debit all,
expenses,
credit all the
credit all income.
credit all income and
Expenses.
gain. Perfect. Credit all income and gain. So can I say your income for Bhavik is a nominal account? Income for Bhavik is a nominal account. And what I do for income is I credit it. And Bhavik received check. So Bhavik is, so what I do is I can call this bank as a personal account because bank will be receiving money on my behalf, right? See, whenever I receive a check, I don't have the money with me. The bank receives it. So I will say bank is the receiver. So the journal entry that I do is debit bank and credit income, 1,50,000. Now, this is something that I feel is quite time consuming. Firstly, you identify the account. If it's personal, real, or nominal, you then apply the rules and then you get the journal entry. I don't have much of time. Okay. So something that we will be learning here, can you see this EALIC? This part over here, EALIC. So here I will be teaching you how to record a journal entry within a fraction of second. Okay. And we will be using that practice throughout our syllabus. Okay. So I hope we all are done with the basic definitions so far. Anyone, any questions so far? Perfect. Then we have first question. We do one exercise. Classify the following items into income, expenses, assets, and liability. Furniture. Who would like to go? One by one, guys.
assets.
One by one. No chorus answers, please. Yes, Himanshi.
The asset.
Asset. Yes, Tanushri. Equipment.
The asset.
Asset. Guys, those who are done with giving the answer, please put your hands down. Yes, Kunal. Rent received.
Sir, asset.
No, this is income. Rent received is an income, right? Yes, Shivam. Vehicle.
Asset.
Asset. Guys, please keep your mics off. I can see disturbance from background. Bank balance. Yes, Vivan.
Asset, sir.
Asset. Cash in hand. Pratham.
Asset.
Sir, assets.
Asset. Electricity bill. Karan.
Liability.
Expense.
It's expense. Electricity bill is an expense. Nandini, office rent.
So for the business, yes,
Sorry?
expense.
It's expense. Perfect.
Expenses.
Salary paid. Yes, Asvi.
Expense.
Expense. Loan taken. Robin.
Liability.
Liability.
Liability. Loan given. Gaurav.
Asset.
Asset.
Assets. Varsha. Creditors.
Liability.
Liability. Aditya. Daters.
Asset.
Asset. Shares in Reliance Limited. Shreyashi.
Sir, asset.
Yes. Perfect. Next, stationery bill. Who would like to go? Yes, Prachi.
Expense.
Expense. General repairs. Harishi. General repairs.
Expenses.
General
Expense.
repairs is an expense. Laptop purchase. Laptop purchase. Arosh.
Asset.
Asset.
Asset. Guys, please mute now. I can see disturbance from the background. These lectures are getting recorded. So it does not feel good, right?
Purchase will be as an expense, right?
No, laptop purchase is always an asset. Okay,
Okay.
laptop purchase, it's an asset that you have purchased, right? Okay. Refreshments. Yes, Zara.
Expense.
Servicing of vehicles. Sujata.
Expenses.
Now, guys, let us understand this. Someone of you had a doubt, sir, laptop purchase, why not expense? See, laptop can be purchased for two reasons. Laptop purchase for resale and laptop purchase for office or business purpose. See, if you have purchased anything for resale, then it is no longer your asset item. It becomes an item of your inventory. It becomes an item of your inventory, and inventory generally we charge it off as an expense in the cost of goods sold. So anything purchased for resale is an expense. But however, if air conditioner or laptop or any furniture is purchased for office or business use, will be your asset. See, I need an air conditioner. So someone will be there selling air conditioners. I visit Gada Electronics to purchase air conditioner. Now, air conditioner will be inventory for Jetalal, right? For Mr. Jetalal. Because he deals in selling air conditioners. He cannot tell it as a non-current asset. He cannot call it as a property, plant and equipment item, right? So it will be an inventory for him. It will be an expense for him because he has purchased it for resale. But for Bhavik Waghela, Bhavik Limited, right? For Bhavik Limited, it will be an asset. For Gada Electronics, it will be an item of inventory. Everyone understood this? Everyone? So it actually also depends the item of classification, the classification of an item into inventory or an asset depends on the nature of business as well. Now, any real estate developer, real estate builder, the flat for them will be an item of inventory, correct? Once they sell off the flat, they will be recognizing it as a good sold. But for us, it will be an asset because we purchased it. Redmi Note 11T 5G inventory will be cost of sale or asset. We will understand this, we will learn this when we come to the topic IAS 2. Okay, I'm not discussing it for now. Everyone? Guys, there will be many questions that you will be coming across and which the answers to that will be there in the other standards. So I will simply tell you that we will be learning it in this particular standard. Okay, everyone? See, in a way, one standard is linked to 5 other, 6 other, 7 other standards. I cannot bring all the 6, 7 standards together and make your life hard. No. We will go slowly and gradually. Everyone? Perfect. Ashik, servicing of vehicles is not an asset expenditure. It is a recurring expenditure, a revenue expenditure. The general routine servicing. Okay, the general routine servicing will be charged to SOPL. No, Varsha, are these standards similar to AS? No. No. Guys, please forget all that you have learned so far. Okay, I know you must have learned accounting standards, but let us forget that. Okay, just keep in mind one thing, that we are learning everything from scratch, because if you believe that you already know something, then you won't be going to that much to a grassroots level or the deep level. Okay, this is why what happens that once a student fails, they find it difficult to clear the paper. Because what happens is, what the student feels, I know everything. And once this becomes an attitude that I know everything, then you are adamant to learn new things. Okay, we should be open to learn new things always. Everyone? Okay. Basics of accounting. Just go through this, guys. We have three accounts: personal, real, and nominal. I have given the meaning. Personal account related to individual, firms, companies, groups of association, etc. We have the examples also. Nimra's account, Tarun's account, bank account, Sanvi's account. And the rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. The real account, it is related to assets or properties. Example include machinery, furniture, land and building, goodwill, shares, cash, investment, etc. Rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Third is nominal account, related and associated with losses, expenses, incomes, or gains. Examples include salary, electricity bill, rent paid, traveling expense, commission received or paid, bed debts, discount received. It should not be paid, it should be allowed. And the rule is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Everyone understood this? Everyone understood this, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Just giving you 2 minutes, go through this, and then we have a small activity based on this particular concept. Giving you 2 minutes, guys. Meanwhile, I am punching in my number in the chat box. You guys can save it. Okay. And if you have any doubts or questions, you can reach out to me. Okay. Just also add me in the group that you guys are creating. Okay, everyone. So if there is anything that I can help you with, if there is anything that I can help you with, I will try to obviously reach out to you guys. Okay. And guys, please stick to one rule. On weekdays, I won't be available for any doubts or any calls on the weekends, because weekends I am completely in the lectures. Okay, from morning to late evening, Saturday and Sunday, I won't be available. You guys can reach out to me Monday to Thursday. Okay, Monday to Thursday, you can reach out to me anywhere between 11 a.m. to what I say is 6 p.m. Because again, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I will be in lectures. I won't be able to get back to you. Okay. So you can just call me or text me. Do not call me directly, because the thing is, I receive so many calls from unknown numbers. Okay, so I generally don't answer any call from unknown number. So if you want to call, just leave me a text that, okay, sir, I am Shobhit Agarwal from your VGLD December 2025 batch. I had a particular doubt. Please let me know when can we connect. Okay, everyone, you can simply send me your text, or if you want to call me, just ping me once before you call. So I get to know that, okay, this is my student's call only. So I will answer it. Everyone understood this?
Yes, sir.
Guys, I also, have seen a practice. Students, they generally send me doubts at 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. They think that my WhatsApp chat is their personal diary. And what they tell is, sir, agar मैं doubt नहीं दिखता तो मैं भूल जाता. Guys, please do not do that. I am expecting text from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. only. So just refrain yourself from sending me text before 11 and after 6 p.m. Everyone, you can keep your doubts noted in your diary, in your laptop, and then you can text me from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. only. Everyone understood this? Because I don't check my WhatsApp after 6 p.m. Chances are, if you send the doubts after this time, then I won't be able to reply. Oh. Guys, let us have a small activity where we will be classifying a particular account into personal, real, and nominal. Okay. Classify the following into personal, real, or nominal account. One by one, you guys raise your hand and then please give me the answer one by one. Yes, Fatima, Bank of America. I'm right. Tell me. Personal. I could make it out using seeing your lip sync. I hope you give personal only. You are not audible. Yes, Sujata, furniture.
Nominal account?
No, furniture is a real account, right? Nominal, it's not an expense. Equipment, Shobhit.
Real accounts.
Real account. Suppliers account, Varsha.
Personal account.
Personal. Customers account, Soumya.
Customer account. It's a personal account.
Personal account, perfect. Prateek, electricity expense. Nominal. Rent received, Shivam.
Nominal.
Nominal account. Karan, discount allowed.
Nominal.
Nominal. Discount received, Tanushri.
Nominal.
Nominal. Nandini, cash.
Real account.
Real account. Gaurav, inventory.
Sir, personal account. Real account.
It's a real account. Inventory is always a real account. Okay. Prachi, outstanding electricity.
Real account.
No. Okay. We leave these two for now. We come to salary. Himanshi, salary.
Nominal account. So
Perfect. Depreciation, Sandeep. Depreciation.
Nominal.
Nominal account. TCS Limited. Anyone?
Personal account.
Personal account.
Now, guys,
Personal account.
perfect. Whenever we have any prefix, before we have a prefix with any expenditure or income item, it is no longer a nominal account. It becomes your personal account. So outstanding electricity. Now, what do I mean by outstanding electricity? See, outstanding electricity represents the amount that is payable to someone. Outstanding electricity represents the amount that is payable to someone, and which is a personal account. Now, for example, here in Gujarat, I have, for example, I just take Adani electricity. Okay. Now, what will happen here is in the month of March, I will have outstanding electricity bill. I will be having outstanding electricity bill. So this outstanding electricity represents amount payable to Adani. Amount payable to Adani, and amount payable is a liability, which is obviously a personal account. And same thing for prepaid insurance. I prepaid insurance. I have prepaid my insurance. Yes, it's an asset, but obviously it won't be a nominal account. It will be our personal account. It will be our personal account. Everyone understood? If there is any prefix like outstanding or prepaid or pre-received, then it is no longer a nominal account. It is a personal account. Outstanding or receivable. Everyone understood?
yes, sir.
Varsha, salary payable is also a personal account? Yes. Yes, Varsha. So salary payable, outstanding salary, both mean the same. Okay, so it will be again a personal account. Now, guys, journal entries, I have designed a particular concept of EA/LIC, which is we decide whether we debit a particular ledger account or we credit it. So you just have to remember the mnemonic EA/LIC. So EA will be, we will be debiting it. Now what do I mean by EA is expenses and assets. Expenses and assets, we will be debiting it. Now what do I mean by this? I want to record an expense. I debit it. I want to record an asset. I debit it. Now talking about LIC, I want to record a liability. I credit liability. I want to record an income. I credit income. I want to record a capital. I want to record capital. I credit capital. Okay, everyone understood. Now the other way around. I want to reduce an asset. Now what do I mean by reduce by asset? I either sold the asset or I want to record depreciation. So when you were recording asset, you were debiting it. Now that you are reducing an asset, will you debit it or you will credit it?
Credit.
Credit.
Credit it. Now talking about expenses. Talking about expenses. When you were recording expense, you debited it.
Yes.
Now you want to reduce your expense. You want to reduce your expense. You will be crediting it. You want to record a liability, you credited it. You now want to reduce your liability. What will you do to
Debit.
liability?
Debited.
Debit it. Now, example of reduction in liability, you paid off your liability. You wanted to record an income, you credited it. You want to reduce your income. Now, what do you
Debit.
do?
Debit.
Perfect. Now, you want to record capital. What will you do?
Credit.
Credit it.
Credit.
But let us say the businessman withdrew funds from the business, that is drawings. So capital account will increase or it will decrease?
Decrease.
Decrease.
So to record a decrease in capital, do we credit capital or we debit capital?
Debit.
Debit.
So is this approach more easy or the personal real nominal approach more easy?
This is easy.
This is easy. Perfect. So we will be following this approach throughout our FR syllabus for recording the journal entries. Everyone? Yes, Sandeep. EA/LIC approach is easy. Perfect. So we come here and I have again written the same thing that we have already discussed. If you want to record an expense or an asset, you will be debiting it. If you want to record a liability, income or capital, you will be crediting it. If you want to reduce an expense or reduce an asset, you will be crediting it. However, if you want to reduce a liability, income or capital, you will be debiting it. So what is a journal entry? Concise record of all transactions a business conducts. Okay. So in our financial statements, we record transactions through journal entries. I cannot write statements, right? Imagine writing all the transaction in a statement form. Will it make any sense to Mukesh Ambani, Mr. Mukesh Ambani? The answer is no. So what we do is we maintain a concise record. So let us practice certain transaction with this rule that we have learned. First one is paid cash $10,000 for salary. Now help me with the two aspects of this transaction. Anyone? Yes, Anushri.
Some cash and salary. Yes, cash or
Perfect.
bank. The account will be affected.
Perfect. Now, can I say we have paid salary And salary that we have paid, identify, is it an expense or asset or liability or income or capital? Salary, tell me.
Expense.
Expense. And what did we discuss? To record an expense, what do we do, guys? Do we
Debit.
debit expense?
Debit.
So debit salary. And what is cash? Expense,
Asset.
asset, liability, income or capital? Asset.
Asset.
No,
Credit.
perfect. Perfect. Now guys, just a minute. Now if I pay cash, will my cash balance increase or it will decrease?
It will decrease.
Decrease. So cash is an asset. Asset is decreasing. Do I debit cash or I credit cash?
Credit.
Credit cash.
Credit cash or bank. Amount is 10,000. Now received rent. Guys, mute. I want all the mics to be on mute. Okay. Received rent. Can anyone tell me two aspects of received rent?
We are receiving it, so it's an income
It's an income. Perfect. And second, we received.
in cash.
Okay. So income is rent and we received cash. So can I say my cash balance will increase?
Yes, sir.
Debit
Cash
cash.
balance is increasing means asset is increasing.
Yes.
And if asset is increasing, I debit my asset. So what is the asset here? Cash bank. Debit cash bank and credit
Rent.
income.
Rent received.
Perfect.
Rent.
And
Rent.
the income here is rent received. 14. Perfect. Mr. A introduced capital 15,000 in the business. Yes, Himanshi. Tell me what is happening here in this transaction.
Mr. A introduced a capital in the business of 15,000. So,
Thank you
sir,
for the translation.
so capital may be credited.
Maybe or
Cash
will
amount
be.
returned to Mr. A capital account.
Will be.
Guys, one by one. Give me answers one by one. Please do not give chorus answers. Becomes difficult for me to listen 2 or 3 different voices at a time. Okay.
Sir, cash
Yes,
debit
Himanshi.
and cash debit and capital will be credited.
Perfect. Now see, think from the business standpoint. If I think from the business standpoint, I can say that the cash balance is increasing. And if the cash balance is increasing, my asset is increasing, I debit it. So I will say debit bank or debit cash or bank. And this is capital transaction. Can I say my capital will increase? A transaction capital pertaining to capital, my capital will increase. So what I will do is I will credit capital 15,000. Everyone understood how we will be recording the journal entries in FR subject going forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please unlearn the old rule of recording the journal entries. I will not be going through personal, real or nominal. I will be following this approach only. Everyone? Okay, we do a last activity before we go for a break. A last activity before we go for a break. Okay. State which balance, debit or credit, would the following accounts generally have? First one is furniture. Will furniture have a debit balance or a credit balance?
Debit.
Debit balance.
Debit balance. Equipment?
Debit.
Debit balance.
Debit balance.
Rent received?
Credit balance.
Balance.
Credit balance. Vehicle?
Debit.
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 Bank
Debit.
balance?
Debit.
Debit.
Cash in hand?
Debit.
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 Electricity
Debit.
expense.
Debit.
It's also debit.
Debit. Debit.
Debit.
Loan taken.
Loan.
Credit.
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 Debit.
Debit. Loan given. Debit.
Credit. Debit. Debit.
Understood?
Yes. Debit.
Now, let us have a conclusion. I have a conclusion over here that assets generally have debit balance, income generally have credit balance. I will give different color. Expense also have a debit balance, and liability, they have which balance? Credit balance. Okay, so we need to remember this guys. Okay. Now, why did I tell you this is just a minute, I'm looking for some color. We will be having in certain chapters, we will be having some opening balance. Transaction had taken place in the previous year. Current year, we have to record a journal entry. Okay. So opening balance will obviously be debit if it pertains to an asset. So to reduce it, we will credit it. To increase it, we will debit it. Everyone understood this? Everyone? Okay. So guys, it's 10:30. Just give me a minute. The lecture is scheduled till, okay, it's for 3 hours. 1:30 to 12:30. Okay. Guys, we take a 15-minute break. We resume at 10:45. Everyone. Okay? We resume
Okay,
at
sir.
10:45. I'm putting it in the chat box. Yes, Zara? The class ending time I had decided was, I guess there is some, let me check with the team for today. I'll get back to you on this after the break. Hello, are we all back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, guys, we are coming into the actual FR syllabus for now, from now. Okay. Now, talking about first standard IFRS 13, which talks about fair value measurement. Now, you won't find this separately in what I say is just allow me a minute. There is not a separate chapter here. You can find it in the chapter conceptual framework. Okay, you can find it in the chapter conceptual framework. Okay, in conceptual framework, we have a small topic which is IFRS 13 fair value measurement. Okay, now let us try to understand what do we mean by fair value and why I am directly starting with IFRS 13 today. Now guys, IFRS 13 talks about fair value measurement. Now many standards that we will be learning ahead, they talk about fair value, fair value, fair value. IAS 16, we have a term fair value. IAS 38, we have a term fair value. IAS 36, we have a term fair value. IFRS 5, we have a term fair value. 40, 41, and so on. IFRS 9, financial instruments, again fair value. Okay. Now there are many items and elements which we will be measuring it at fair value as per the standards. Okay. Standard will be telling us that these should be measured at a fair value. Now, what do I mean by fair value? How do I arrive at a fair value is something that IFRS 13 tells me. Anyone, what do you understand by the term fair value? Anyone? In layman's term, in layman language.
Actual value of goods या फिर services.
Okay, actual value of goods. Perfect. Anyone
Current
else?
market price
Both
of
has
goods
incurred to
and
purchase the
services.
goods.
Guys, let us not break the rule. We had already discussed this. I ask a question, you guys raise your hands. I call out your name and please answer one by one. Okay? Because then there will be other students who will be watching these recorded sessions. So it won't be convenient for them as well. One by one. Yes, Varsha.
The prevailing market value of something which we have to value.
Perfect. Yes, Harishi. A fair value is prevailing in market today. Sandeep says in the market, the rate which is prevailing and we do selling and purchasing easily. Price to be received on selling asset, best market value of price, the value at which the goods or service must be bought and sold. Perfect. So it actually means recording the transaction at the recent market prices, which is actually true, right? Because see, the financial statement, why do we actually prepare financial statements is to present a true and fair view of the entity's operations, right? Of the business transactions and the operations that have taken place. So there are certain items and elements which we will be measuring at fair value. Now, let us try to understand one thing. 60 to 70 years ago, my grandfather had purchased a property worth 1,50,000, whose value today is 3 crores. So do you think still measuring that particular land at 1,50,000 would be feasible? The answer is no. It does not give me true and fair picture of the asset, right? So here in this case, I will choose to measure my asset at fair value. And what is the fair value is the current market price, which is 3 crore in our current example. Okay. So let us try to understand what does IFRS 13 talk about fair value. Now, fair value is the price to be received on selling an asset or to be paid on transferring a liability in an orderly transaction between the market participants. Okay, now what do I mean by orderly transaction is that it should not be a forced transaction. Now, or neither of the parties should be willing to, should be willing any liquidity or cash crunches. Now, let us say I approach Harsh with a gun that sell me your iPhone for 10,000 or else I pull this trigger. Now, he is selling his iPhone for 10,000, but is this a fair value? Is this a fair value? Because see, what does the standard definition tell me? Price to be received on selling an asset. So he is selling an asset, his asset iPhone 16 to me for 10,000. But is that a fair value? The answer is no. Why? Because it is not an orderly transaction. Okay? The transaction is not at arm's length price, rather it is a forced one. Everyone understood?
Please explain
Everyone?
once more.
See, the transaction should be an orderly one. It should not be a forced transaction, nor either of the parties should be facing liquidity crunches or cash crunches. Now, one of my broker told me that one person, he is facing some liquidity crunches. The property having a market value of 48 to 50 lakhs, that other person is willing to sell it for 42 to 43 lakhs. Why? The market value is 50 lakhs. Why is he willing to sell at 42 or 43 lakhs? Because he is having some liquidity crunches. Understood? So if in such a case, I will not say that the fair value is 42 to 43 lakhs. Understood? And guys, I am talking about fair. You don't actually have to sell off the asset to find out the fair value. What do I mean by fair value is at what price was the similar asset sold in the market recently? This is what do I mean by fair value. Everyone understood. You don't have to actually sell the asset. You are just making a reference to the market price, that at what price was the similar or the same asset sold in the market. Okay. So in fair value, we are giving more emphasis on entry price rather than exit price. We are giving more emphasis on exit price rather than the entry price. Because what does the definition tell me? The price to be received on selling an asset. Now, don't you think this is an exit price and not an entry price? What you are doing is, what was the same asset sold in the recent market at, but what value it was sold? So you are placing emphasis on exit price rather than the entry price. This is just for your knowledge. It will not be tested in your exam. Everyone understood? So everyone understood the definition of fair value? The price to be received on selling an asset or to be paid on transferring a liability in an orderly transaction between the market participants. In an orderly transaction between the market participants. Sir, what would be the example of transferring a liability? Something known as derivatives. Now, what do I mean by derivatives? Is futures or options, which is there in your syllabus. Now, I lost in futures, so I have an amount payable. Now, that would be my liability because it's an amount payable by me. Now, again, I will be measuring it at fair value only. Everyone understood? So this is not in your syllabus. Okay. Okay. Yes, Varsha.
Sir, please again explain entry price and exit price.
See, what do I mean by entry price is, what does the definition tell me? Can you read this particular transaction? Statement, sorry, not the transaction. Just read what I have highlighted.
Price to be received on selling an asset.
Perfect. Just a minute. Now, selling an asset, is this an entry point or an exit point?
Exit means sale.
You are selling. Perfect. So you are not giving reference to at what price was this asset purchased. No. You are focusing or giving more emphasis on at what price was this particular asset sold.
Okay.
So whenever you also go to the market, while bargaining, what will you see? What will you say to the seller? You will say that बाजू की दुकान में तो ये 50 रुपए में मिल रहा है. You are selling it for 60. You will not say that the other person is purchasing it for 50. You will say other person is selling it for 50. So you always focus on the exit price and not the entry price. Sir, so the price quoted during season and sale discount price or some distress sale is not a fair price. Obviously not a fair price. And see, here we are talking, Aditya, we are not talking about the goods over here as such. We will never be measuring inventory. This is not applicable to inventory. So the logic that you discussed here is for inventory. I'm talking about the asset. I want to sell my asset to someone else. Okay. Yes, this is the first topic, Ashik. IFRS 13. Shivam, perfect. Entry price is the purchase cost. Exit price is the selling price, not selling cost, right? Basically, selling price is entry price. Selling price is exit price, right? Everyone understood this? The
Yes, sir.
definition of fair value. Okay. Now, guys, how do I find out the fair value? See, the standard tells me the price at which the asset was sold. Okay. The price at which the price that will be received while selling an asset. Now, how do I get to know that particular price? Okay. So IFRS 13 has established a 3-level input, a 3-level hierarchy. You have to follow that hierarchy to arrive at the fair value. We have level 1 hierarchy, we have level 2 hierarchy, we have level 3 hierarchy. Okay. So level 1, level 2, and level 3, not hierarchy, sorry, inputs. Level 1 input, level 2 input, and level 3 input. If level 1 input is not available, you look out for the level 2 inputs. If level 2 input is not available, you then look out for level 3 input. Sir, what if level 3 input is not available? It will always be available. Why? Because it is a residual input. If level 1 is not there, you give reference to level 2. If level 2 is not there, you then give reference to level 3. Everyone understood? Sir, can we first directly follow level 3? The answer is no. Sir, can I just take level 2 directly? The answer is no. You have to go level wise. You first give priority to level 1, no, then level 2, no, then level 3. Okay? Tanushri, let us discuss this doubt towards the end. Guys, one thing during in the chat box, when I am discussing any particular topic, I want questions from those topics only. I don't want any particular out of the FR topics till the time I am discussing it, FR. Okay, you keep all these doubts towards the end, always. Everyone? Okay. Now, guys, what is level 1 input? Let us try to understand level 1 input. Now, level 1 input tells me quoted prices for identical assets in active market. Now, for example, one of the example I can tell you is the share price of Reliance Industries. Now, I get the share price from Google. Why? Because the share is listed on the stock exchange. Right? So this will be a level 1 input, which you get it directly. Say quoted prices for identical assets in the active market. Now let us take another example. I want to sell my Hyundai I'm not sharing my screen for now. The screen. Guys, am I audible to all of you?
They're audible, but screen stuck.
It's breaking.
Okay, just a minute.
Voice is breaking, sir.
यार वाईफाई ना तो समझ रहा Okay, is it better now, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us say in my balance sheet, in my financial statements, I have Hyundai i10. Now I want to measure this car at fair value. Now what I will do is, in order to find out the fair value, you guys only tell me logically, what will I do? I will make reference to the similar Hyundai i10 in the market. What I will say is that at what price was this Hyundai i10 sold in the market recently? Don't you think this is the quite logical way to find out the fair value of Hyundai i10?
Yes,
So
sir.
what I am doing is level 1 is I give reference to the identical asset. Identical asset means exactly the same. Let us say I am having black Hyundai i10 with me. So the identical asset will be Hyundai i10 only, be it any color, be it white, be it red, be it blue, be it pink. I'm not concerned with that. So identical means exactly the same car. Color might be different, that's fine. The features should be the same. The features of the car should be the same. Everyone? So level 1 input tells me quoted prices for identical asset in active market. Now let us say I am having black Hyundai i10. Okay. Now in my balance sheet, I want to measure this Hyundai i10 at a fair value. Now I get to know that a red color Hyundai i10 was sold in the market for 1,50,000, was recently sold for 1,50,000. So what I will do is I will be measuring my Hyundai i10 at 1,50,000. Everyone understood this? Everyone understood quoted prices for identical assets? Yes, Sandeep.
सर आपकी वॉइस क्रैक हो रही है.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, Sandeep, you have a question? You are
यस
on
सर.
mute.
यस सर. सर अगर रेड आई 20 की प्राइस 1,60,000 होगी तो क्या फेयर वैल्यू 1,60,000 मानेंगे?
Sorry, can you please repeat?
अगर Hyundai i10 रेड वाली कार की प्राइस 1,60,000 अगर होती है तो क्या फेयर वैल्यू 160 मानेंगे?
Correct. Yes. Because you are giving reference to the identical asset, right?
Okay, sir.
Quoted price is Sujata. Quoted price is the price in the market, price ongoing in the market. Quoted prices. Okay. Quoted prices means the market price. Yes, Sania.
सर अगर मान लीजिए कि कलर में प्राइस का डिफरेंस आ रहा हो, या जैसे कि ब्लैक Hyundai i10 1,50,000 की है और अगर अपन ने रेड वाली ले ली, उसकी फेयर वैल्यू मार्केट में प्राइस कलर के अकॉर्डिंग 10,000 ज्यादा हुई, फिर?
See, what I understood your question, Sania. Now, in that case, I will see if there it makes a major difference or not. That particular characteristic makes a major difference or not. Something that I will be seeing. Now, see, because if I talk about color-wise, now Rolls-Royce. Now, there are generally two variants available in Rolls-Royce. First one is the black. Second one is the white color car. Now, in white Rolls-Royce, they generally give a gold lining on all the four sides. And this is actually a gold-plated color. It is not a golden paint. It is a gold metal that they apply in the liquid form. Now, if that is something which is material, then obviously I will be considering it. Else, if no, then I will be ignoring it. So, considering our example of Hyundai i10, the color of the car does not make a major difference in the fair value. Everyone understood this? Okay, now if there is a major difference because of the color, then it is not your identical asset. It then becomes your similar asset. And we are coming to similar asset right now.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Isn't it that the price of identical car currently in the market Redmi Note 11T 5G? Can you please change your name first? This is the third time that I'm requesting. Isn't it that the price of identical car currently in the market reduced by timing? No. See, the fair value keeps on changing, right? The market price will keep on changing. It is not just the depreciation that affects the value of your car. There are many other factors also, something that we will be learning in IAS 36, that is impairment. Okay. So when we learn impairment, you will get a clearer idea or more idea of this particular part, Redmi Note 11T. Okay. Now, guys, what if I am not able to find out Hyundai i10 in the market? Hyundai i10 was not sold in the market recently. Now, what do we do in such a case? Now, in such a case, what I will do is, I will find out the similar car, not the identical car, a similar car. Now, let us say the car similar to Hyundai i10 is Hyundai Centro. Correct? Everyone, the car similar to Hyundai i10 is Hyundai Centro. Now, will both the cars have same features or they will be having different features?
Different.
So what I will do is, I will take the base price of Hyundai Centro. To that base price, I adjust it for the amount pertaining to the difference in the characteristics or the features to arrive at the fair value of Hyundai i10. Now, let us say Hyundai Sentro that is available in the market is a manual transmission, but the Hyundai i10 that I am having is an automatic transmission. So don't you think there will be difference in the fair value because of this particular feature? Manual transmission and automatic transmission. Another part, Hyundai Sentro is a petrol car and my Hyundai i10 is a CNG car. So don't you think again the fair value will be higher? Because CNG cars are generally expensive as compared to the petrol or diesel cars. Yes or no? So what I will
Yes,
do
sir.
is I will take the base price of Hyundai Sentro. I will take the base price of Hyundai Sentro, and to that I will adjust the difference due to the characteristics or the features, and then I arrive at the fair value of Hyundai i10. Everyone understood? And this adjustment will either be add or less depending on the features. Okay, which car is having a which feature, which car is having which feature will depend on that. So level 2 input, I make reference to this only if level 1 input is not available. I directly cannot come to level 2. I could not find a similar identical Hyundai i10 in the car market. Now I am making reference to Hyundai Sentro. Now this is quoted prices for similar assets in active markets or quoted prices for identical assets but in less active markets. Now, what do I mean by less active market? That the transactions are not taking place frequently. The transactions are not taking place frequently in the market. Okay. So let us say Hyundai Sentro is having a fair value of 2,50,000. Okay. Hyundai Sentro is having a fair value of 2,50,000. Now I got to know that my Hyundai i10 is an automatic transmission, not a manual one. So obviously the price of Hyundai i10 will be greater than Hyundai Sentro. Now I make an adjustment to 60,000. I got to know that, okay, the difference in the car because of the transmission is 60,000. So if Hyundai Sentro is being sold at 2,50,000, I will simply add 60,000 to adjust for the automatic transmission. Now I will say that the fair value of my car is 3,10,000. The fair value of my car is 3,10,000. Everyone understood this. Now this is just a detailed illustration how I have arrived at 60,000. Let us say size. Hyundai i10 is bit smaller as compared to Hyundai Sentro. So obviously, if I go by the characteristic of size, don't you think the fair value of Hyundai i10 will be more lower than Hyundai Sentro? Because Hyundai Sentro is somewhat spacious as compared to i10. So I will subtract 20,000. Transmission, I got to know that automatic and manual transmission, the price difference is 50,000. Because Hyundai i10 is a automatic transmission, the fair value of Hyundai i10 will be higher as compared to Hyundai Sentro. So all these amounts, they are assumed one. All these amounts are the assumed one. Now talking about fuel variant, Hyundai Sentro is a diesel variant and Hyundai i10 is a CNG variant. Now I got to know that the difference in price is 30,000. Okay, so I added it. So what is the total adjustment that I have to make? I will have to add a total of 60,000. So I add 60,000 and I arrive at fair value 3,10,000. Everyone understood this. So do we have to perform any such calculations in exam? No, you don't have to. I'm just explaining you what is level 1, what is level 2, what is level 3. Sir, what if we are not also having the level 2 inputs available with us? Means you are not also able to find out the fair value of Hyundai Sentro. Hyundai Sentro was not sold only in the market. So obviously, I cannot compare the fair value of Mercedes with Hyundai i10. I will either need identical car or I will need similar car. I cannot compare the fair value of Lamborghini, Ferrari or Rolls-Royce with the fair value of Hyundai i10. I cannot do it. Now, in that case, management will have to make an estimate. Okay, and this estimate can either be on the basis of the cash flow that the entity is expecting to generate from the use of the car. What is the present value of the benefit that the entity will receive if they use this asset? If not the cash flow, then the profitability. What is the profit that we are going to generate? Now, again, this is an estimate that the management will be making. And guys, because this is an estimate, level 3 inputs are given the least priority because these cannot be accurate. And estimates are subject to subjectivity. My estimate will be different, your estimate will be different. Everyone understood this. An estimate cannot be precise. Correct? So everyone understood level 1, level 2, and level 3. So level 1 is quoted prices for identical assets in active market. Level 2 is quoted prices for similar assets in active market or quoted prices for identical asset and less active markets. And level 3 is management estimates. Level 3 is management estimate. Everyone understood the hierarchy of the 3 level inputs?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Everyone understood. Who is this? Please raise your hand and then ask me a question. Always. Please stick to this rule. Yes, Varsha.
Sir, I have a doubt that
Hmm.
this is price is related to what the car dealers are selling today, matlab the base price, or this is the price for a second hand car which is already
Second
used.
hand. Second
So
hand.
if
See,
if
that's what na. I cannot take a brand new car's price. Logically, I cannot take a brand new car's price, right? Because obviously, if the brand new car will be sold for 8 lakhs, I have already used this car. I have charged the depreciation. So I will see that what price was this asset sold in the similar market. What is the market price of the second-hand Hyundai i10 or Hyundai Sentro? This is what I see.
okay, sir.
Now, guys, talking about markets, there are 2 markets. Aditya, less active market means the market in which the transactions are not taking place frequently. Okay. The transaction, what I say is the market in which the asset is not traded actively over there. Now, if I talk about Hyundai Sentro in Dubai, obviously less active market because in Dubai, no one uses Hyundai Sentro. They all have luxury cars over there, right? So Hyundai Sentro will not be traded much in Dubai, right, everyone? They always, I love the fact that the police over there, they have Porsche, they have Ferrari, they have all superbikes and supercars given. Amazing, na, guys? No Hyundai Sentro, nothing. Here that they have is the old Mahindra van over here, the old one in India. Okay. Now, guys, talking about markets. Now, markets, we have 2 types. The principal market and the most advantageous. Correct, Redmi Note. Even in the taxi, you will see Mercedes there. Correct. Now, there was a case that Rolls-Royce had Rolls-Royce had sued a particular cab driver in Dubai. Why? What did he do is he bought Rolls-Royce and he was using it as a taxi. Now, Rolls-Royce got to know that, listen, our cars, they have a status. You cannot use Rolls-Royce for taxi services. No, you cannot. So what did they do is, firstly, they filed a case. They airdropped the particular car. They went with a helicopter. They tied that particular car and then they took it to their place. The case is going on. Once the case is decided in our favor, then only you will be allowed to use this Rolls-Royce as a taxi or no. This has actually happened, guys. Okay, in Dubai, people there are quite rich. They are quite rich. Now in Canada also, my elder brother stays there. He told me he has Tesla for taxi. Like people drive Tesla over there for taxi. Self-driven car. The driver is just sitting. Okay. Now guys, markets, they are of two types. Now, which market do we make reference to for the prices? See, what does what does the level 1 to input tell me? We are making reference to the market, right? We are making reference to the market. Perfect, Sania. The pay is good and no income tax. No income tax because the government has their own source of income, which is oil. The oil is depleting over there, and now they have shifted their focus to tourism. They are generating money through tourism now because the oil reserves are depleting over there. And I won't say there is no tax. They have introduced sales tax. That too at 5% only, I guess. There is no income tax, but yes, there is sales tax. Okay. Now, guys, market, to find out the fair value, I have to make reference to the market. Now, market are of two types, principal market and most advantageous market. Okay. So first reference is we give to the principal market. Only if there is no principal market, then we give reference to the most advantageous market. Okay. Now, what do I mean by principal market? Is the market with the highest volume of activity for the asset that is being measured. Okay, the principal market. Now, if I talk about iPhones, the principal market for iPhones is India, because every other guy you see in India is having an iPhone. So iPhone is having the largest volume of activity in India. Okay. So what is principal market? The market with the highest volume of transactions for the asset being measured. Now, entity needs to have access to this market at the measurement date. Everyone understood this. If the entity is not able, just a minute, guys. So guys, I'm so sorry. I just shifted to this place recently. So there was a carpenter visiting for some work to be carried out. I'm so sorry, guys. Principal market. Now for iPhones, the principal market is India. Why? Because the highest volume of activity that is taking place is in India. Okay, and the entity should have access to this principal market. So if I say that, let us say, following the Operation Sindoor that had taken place, India has cut ties with Pakistan for trade, right? The bilateral trade has been suspended. Now, in this case, someone from Pakistan wants to find out or measure the fair value of iPhone. Now, in this case, they cannot make reference to India. Why? Because Pakistan is not having any access to this particular principal market. Okay, everyone, the entity should be able to access the principal market at the measurement date. The date at which you are measuring the fair value of the asset, you should be able to access that market. If you cannot access that market, you cannot use that market. So in that case, what will Pakistan do? Pakistan will have to make reference to the most advantageous market. So first preference you give to the principal market. If principal market is not accessible, you give reference to the most advantageous market. Now, what do I mean by most advantageous market? the name itself tells me the most advantageous. The particular market in which you are getting the maximum price for your asset. So let us say I am in India. In China, one particular asset is sold for 80,000. Pakistan, it is sold for 50,000. And Russia, it is sold for 1,20,000. So out of the three, which is the most advantageous price for me? 50,000, 80,000 or 1,20,000?
50,000.
1,20,000. 1,20,000 beta. How come 50? 1,20,000, right?
So for the customer, the business.
Think from the business standpoint now, because
Yeah,
you
then
see
120.
what is the definition of fair value? The price that will be received on selling an asset, not on buying an asset. So obviously, Russia will be the most advantageous market. Now, in this case, I will make references to the fair value in Russia. Everyone understood this. Everyone. Okay. Now, while deriving at the most advantageous market, you need to subtract transaction costs and transportation costs. Okay. The market that maximizes the fair value of an asset after taking transportation and transaction costs into account. Okay. Now let us say I have two countries. Just a minute, guys. Let us say I have China, I have Russia. The fair value is 1,20,000, 1,50,000. Okay, 1,45,000 and 1,50,000. Now, obviously, in the market, we have transaction cost and transportation cost. Now, what do I mean by transaction cost? Is the brokerage or the commission that you will be incurring, right? So you will have to subtract transaction cost. You will have to subtract transportation cost. Now I assume this to be yes.
Sir, you are not audible for some time.
Okay. Okay. Transportation cost, I assume it to be 2,500. Now Russia, let us say the transaction cost is 2,500 and transportation cost is 3,500. Now to decide the most advantageous market, I will not consider the base price. No. I will take the total. I will take the total. Now I will compare these two prices. Tell me which one is the most advantageous, 1,41,000 or 1,44,000?
1,44,000.
44.
1,44,000. So I will be making references to the fair value in Russia and not in China. Now this does not mean that fair value is 1,44,000. Fair value of asset is not $144,000. Fair value of the asset is arrived as follows. I will say fair value of asset less the transportation cost. What is the fair value of the asset? What is the transportation cost? So what is the fair value at measurement date? I will say that the fair value of my asset is 1,46,500. Now guys, let us try to understand the logic that why did we subtract transportation cost only and why not transaction cost? See, transportation cost. Let us say, Shobhit, you are running a logistics firm where you help people with relocating from one city to another city or one state to another state. Now, the price that you will quote, how will you derive or how will you decide the price, Shobhit? Can you tell me?
Sir, basic price and the price to deliver at customer doorstep, if any, applies there.
That's what. So, if in arriving the basic price and the delivery charges, what are the factors that you will consider?
Sorry, sir. I'm not a.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone else who understood my question? You guys understood my question? Yes, Himanshi.
So maybe exchange rate.
Sorry?
Maybe exchange rate.
No, I cannot understand. Maybe you can type it out in the chat box. Yes, Rahul.
Sir, maybe exchange rate.
Hello, sir, I'm audible.
Yes, Rahul, you are audible. Himanshi, your voice is breaking. Yes, Rahul, you can give me the answer.
So most probably the distance for the pickup and drop.
Okay. Is that the only
And
factor?
no, sir. There is the other factor is that the vehicle, the transportation vehicle we are using, what the average and the fuel charges, what is going on right time. That's the
So
major.
fuel charges will also depend, right? Because see, if the weight of the vehicle increases, I'm just giving you logic. I'm making you think. If the weight of the vehicle increases, engine will have to put in more pressure.
Sure, sir.
So your fuel cost will
Obviously.
increase.
Increase, obviously.
So can I say it also depends on the size of your asset?
Sir, also
Transportation cost.
warehousing.
Obviously.
Warehousing, I'm not concerned with that, Nandini. I'm not concerned with warehousing. I am concerned over here is the size of the asset.
Size of the asset and the vehicle average.
Obviously.
Obviously.
So our concern over here is that why are we considering transportation cost and why not transaction cost? Because transportation cost is a characteristic of the asset. Transportation cost is the characteristic of the asset. Higher the asset size, higher the transportation cost. Lower the asset size, lower the
Transportation
cost. Now, if I talk about transaction cost, now transaction cost means the commission or the brokerage. Now, see, guys, transaction cost is the characteristic of the market and not the characteristic of an asset. Now, I want to purchase a property in Mumbai. The rule is quite simple. You will have to pay 1% brokerage, whatever is the market price. Now, if I talk about Gujarat, the rule is they say if the property value is up to 50 lakhs, you will have to pay 2% brokerage. If the property value is greater than 50 lakhs, you will have to pay 1% brokerage. So now what is the conclusion over here is that market to market, the transaction cost will keep on changing depending on which particular market you are dealing in. Which market you are dealing in. I would not let the transaction cost affect the fair value of my asset. Hence, I ignore it. Okay. Please note, transaction costs are characteristics of market rather than the asset. Hence, not subtracted to arrive at the fair value at the measurement date. However, it will be subtracted to consider the most advantageous market only. Meaning to say, I subtracted transaction cost only to decide the most advantageous market. But to measure the fair value, I just considered transportation cost. I hope everyone got this point. Everyone understood this? Everyone? Yes, Varsha.
Sir, how is this transportation cost determined? Like I am in India, I am a business and I want to sell my asset somewhere. So, on what basis I will consider transportation cost? As these values, as you are mentioning, are based on the most advantageous country. Okay,
Obviously,
so
most
so
advantageous price. I got your
so
point, Varsha.
it's in dollars.
Just
Yes.
a minute. Now, let us say, Varsha, I got to know. See, here, let us not get into the conversion at the first place. Let us not get into the conversion. Let us consider dollar only. Now, I know that the most advantageous market is Russia. So, if I want to transport this asset from Russia to India or vice versa, what is the transportation cost that I will incur? Estimate price again. Okay. This is again an estimate amount. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Aditya, what part do you want me to repeat?
Sir, can you please explain the transaction cost again, like a little bit?
See, transaction cost is a characteristic of the market and not of the product. So the example that I discussed, that I want to purchase a property in Mumbai, the brokerage rules, the transaction costs there are different. In Gujarat, it is different. It does not depend on the characteristic of the asset, rather it depends on market to market. In Rajasthan, the transaction cost will be different. They will say 1.5 percentage of the property value. In Punjab, they will say 0.75 percentage of the property value. So these transaction costs are the characteristics of market and not of the asset. Okay, hence I did not subtract it over here.
So we only subtract the costs which are related to this.
Transfer. Correct. Correct. I hope, Aditya, you now understood the transaction cost. We just discussed it. Now, guys, that's it from what I say is the fair value part. Okay. Guys, we will be covering everything, but I decide the sequence. Okay. So just, I know we have not done something pertaining to the conceptual framework. We are yet to do. We will be doing it. Okay. We will be doing it. Any questions so far? Anyone on fair value? This is
Sir,
all
will
about
you
fair
be
value,
sharing
which
the
is
notes?
there from our Nandini. Guys, no interrupting me. You can just raise your hands. See, this is something that happens. It breaks the flow of my lecture. Guys, this is all about IFRS 13 from your FR standpoint. Okay. You can expect theoretical questions based on this chapter. And that's it. No numericals from this particular chapter that you will be having. Okay. Now, guys, you don't have to practice any questions this week because we are not completely done with any particular chapter, just a small part that we have taken. Talking about the notes, I will be sharing it today or maybe tomorrow morning with the team. Once the team receives it, they will be uploading it and sharing it with you guys. Okay. So maybe you get the notes either tomorrow or you get it day after. Everyone understood? Okay. Guys, let us just stick to this rule. Sometimes it tests my patience. If I am speaking, I get randomly, interrupted. My patience gets tested. Okay. Because what happens is you speak randomly, it affects the other students in the class. Okay. So far, we have covered the basics of FR. Then that is the basics of accounting. We have done a walkthrough of the ACCA study house. I know some of you must not have received the ACCA credentials so far. You can follow up with the team in this particular week. Any which ways, we will be needing the ACCA study hub. Just a minute. Okay, so we have understood the paper pattern of FR so far, correct? We have understood what will be my expectations from your side. As in, when we are done with a particular entire chapter, you guys will be going through it, practicing the classwork questions and also the homework questions. We have learned IFRS 13. Guys, you can find this in VGLD book. You can find it in the chapter conceptual framework. This is a small part. Okay. Yes, Kunal.
Sir, but sir, in fair value, what if there more than one identical or similar assets?
See, if there are more than one, then obviously the idea is not to which car to be considered. Let us say there are more than one identical asset. So obviously the fair value will also be the same only, right? Hyundai i10, throughout the market, the price will be same. No matter what, if you are in India, you want to find out Hyundai i10 in India, the fair value will be the same throughout India. Correct?
Yes, sir, but अगर, uh, if both gives different values based on
Why
their
will
features.
both perfect? Now see, obviously, now, so that will now depend if it's an identical car or a similar car. So if I talk about Baleno, okay, Suzuki Baleno, there are 3 variants or maybe 4 variants. We have Sigma, Delta, Alpha, and Zeta, I guess. So if you are having Hyundai Baleno Sigma, then you will be considering Baleno Sigma only. Why will you consider Baleno Delta? Baleno
similar
Sigma and
assets.
Baleno, obviously it will then fall under similar asset, not under your identical asset, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes, Himanshi.
Sorry, sir, I have doubt. I have still confusion that why don't we subtract transportation cost from fair value? Can
See,
you
we
please
did subtract, Himanshi, we did subtract transportation cost. We did not subtract transaction cost. Firstly,
हाँ sir वही please आप
not
बता दो.
why, there are difference between the two.
Yes, sir.
Okay, transaction cost is a characteristic of a market and not of the asset. See, I am measuring the fair value of the asset. So I will be considering all those parts which are centered around my asset, which are centered around my characteristic of the asset. Transaction cost is a characteristic of market and not of the asset. Okay. And hence I do not subtract it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, guys. Any other questions we have? Guys, any other questions we have?
No, sir.
Okay, Sai, I guess you were there with me in the PM subject in the previous quarter, right?
Yes, sir.
How was your paper? How was your PM paper?
Sir, I'm actually writing at December attempt, sir. So I
Oh,
came
so you
again.
will be writing, okay, so you will be writing 2 papers in this quarter.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. But why did you not write in September only? See,
Sir, I think I wasn't prepared.
Okay. Okay. Sanya, we take this up slowly and gradually. Okay. You are too early to ask me this question. Sir, how to practice questions? We have not just started with FR right now. Let me do some concept. You will observe how I solve questions in class. Okay, so once we actually get into practicing questions, you will get an idea. Too early to answer right now. Okay, and guys, many students I see, they run ahead of me. They will run ahead of me. And then they will start asking me doubts from other chapters that I have not yet done in the class. Okay. Guys, be rest assured, I will be there with you till a day before your exam. You will have to place your 100% trust on me. I will make you exam ready. Okay, I will make you exam ready. Now, I hope you understand what do I mean by exam ready. I will be doing everything in class. You just have to walk with my speed. Do not walk ahead of me. Do not walk behind of me. Just walk with me. Now, what do I mean by walk with me is, as in when we are done with a particular topic, you just complete that much only. ना मेरे से आगे रहो, ना मेरे से पीछे रहो, मेरे साथ में रहो. Okay. So Kunal, this is a mixture of practical and theory. Okay. 60 to 70% it is practical, rest is theory. Aditya, what general question do you want to discuss? Sir, which book we refer? You can refer my notes, you can refer VGLD textbook, you can also refer the ACCA study hub. Yes, Tanushree, the syllabus is the same. The syllabus is the same, okay? Which was not March to June batch. Tanushree, you are not in my March to June batch. You are in my June to September batch. So any book that you have must have received in June to September, you can use that. Yes, Aditya, for understanding the concept, reading the VGLD book will be sufficient. Yes. If yes, since we are not doing chapter wise, will you be telling which part of the book to refer? See, we will be doing chapter wise only, just the sequence will be different. We will be doing everything chapter wise, just the sequence will be different. Point number 4, also, how about questions in VGLD book second half? I understand some of them are ACCA practice questions. Keep it on hold for now. Just do what I'm telling you to do. Okay, Aditya, I hope I have answered all your questions. No, Nandini, just go with FR. Double A is quite tricky. You need a lot of practice. So don't go with FR plus double A unless you are a full-time student. I assume that you must be doing your BCom also or BBA, whatever your graduation, or you must also be doing a job. Okay, so just go with one paper at a time. If you are doing full-time ACCA, two papers is a good choice, else just one. Okay, and guys, in the VGLD textbook, there are many concept understanding questions. Now, what do I mean by concept understanding questions? These are the questions which are not tested in exam. It just helps you conceptual understanding. Say conceptual understanding, I will be taking it, I will be taking care of it in class itself. So there are certain questions, detailed kind of questions, which you don't have to do for now. Okay, everyone? Everyone? So just devote your time on what I tell you to do. Perfect. Just a minute, guys. I'm giving you a brief intro of IAS 16. That is the first chapter that we will be doing. Yes, Varsha. Vivan, you can watch the recording that will be uploaded by Monday or Tuesday. Okay. Everyone. Now, guys, one of the most important item in our financial statements is what I call PPE, property, plant and equipment. Okay. Now, what do I mean by this is, I want to carry out a business. I need assets. Okay. Now, let us say I am into a manufacturing business. Aditya. Aditya, that's the exact thing that I am doing. Everyone's mic will remain off during the class. Okay. Everyone understood? Everyone's mic will remain off. And I do not believe in chat box. Okay. So what will happen is if you guys have doubt, directly ask it to me. Me reading it and again to and fro, what do you mean by this? Please explain. So rather, if and when you have a doubt, you can unmute yourself and ask me your doubt. Once you are done with your doubt, please mute it again. I am using my own notes, Shivang. Sujata, where was your attention when I discussed this? There will be no practical question on IFRS 13. I had already told this. Now, talking about guys, machinery. Okay, let us say I am manufacturing a particular product, water bottle maybe. Now, to manufacture it, I will need a machinery. Now, let us say I purchase this machinery. Now, how do I record this machinery and how do I present it in my financial statements is something that IAS 16 tells me. IAS 16, the full form of IAS is International Accounting Standard. Okay. The full form of the standard is PPE, full form is property, plant, and equipment. Okay. Property, plant, and equipment. Now, let us say I want to carry out a business. I want to carry out a business. Now, to carry out a business, I purchase machinery. So, obviously, which standard tells me about machinery is IAS 16, that is property, plant, equipment. Now, I have three different ways through which I can purchase this machinery. Okay, I have three different ways through which I can purchase machinery. I can purchase it through my own funds. I did not borrow it. I did not borrow funds. I purchased it directly from my own. What I see is money. In that case, IAS 16 will be applicable. Second, I myself manufactured the machine. I did not purchase it. But to manufacture that machine, I borrowed certain funds. Everyone understood what is happening in the second part? I'm just giving you an idea how the standards are interlinked. I manufactured the machine myself. I did not purchase the machinery. To manufacture that machinery, I had borrowed certain funds. So in that case, IAS 16 and IAS 23 will be applicable. IAS 16 is PPE, that is property, plant, equipment. IAS 23 is borrowing costs. IAS 23 is borrowing costs. Third, government helped me with certain grant that Bhavik, you are doing good work, you are generating employment, we would like to help you. So government is giving me some form of grant. Okay, what is the cost of the machinery? I told to the government it costs me 100 crore. So government tells me, okay, we are ready to sponsor 20%. So government is sponsoring 20 crores. Now, how do I treat this is something we will be learning in IAS 20. So in a way, all these standards are interrelated. IAS 16, IAS 23, IAS 20, all pertain to the non-current assets stuff. Everyone understood? Now, let us say there is a drastic fall in value, not because of depreciation, but for reasons other than depreciation. How many of you remember Nestle Maggie? These Maggie products were banned because the lead content was found in their masala maker. Masala.
Yes, sir.
So what did Nestle do in that case? As per the government's order, they had to call back all the Maggie products from the market. Now, what must have happened is the machinery which Nestle must have used, right, to prepare or to make Maggie, don't you think its market value will fall down substantially? Its fair value will fall down substantially, right? Who would like to purchase such machinery from which you cannot get any benefit? So obviously the fair value will fall down.
So this is what I call is the market value. Just a minute. So this is what I call, just a minute. So what will happen is there will be a drastic fall in the value of the machinery because no one will be purchasing that asset. The volume will fall, the volume of the transaction will fall. So this is what do I mean by impairment, the drastic fall in the fair value of the asset. So for this, we will be learning IAS 36. Okay, we will be learning IAS 36. Then we have IAS 41, that is agriculture. We have IAS 40, that is investment property. The same example that I had discussed. In 1965, my grandfather had purchased a property for 3 lakhs, but its value today is 3 crore. So I had given this property on rent to someone. I had given a property on rent to someone. Now, in that case, IAS 40 will be applicable. How do we account for this? I'm just giving you an overview of what all standards we are going to learn under non-current assets. Okay? We will be discussing each of these standards in detail. Okay? Now, guys, let us understand PPE. What do I mean by PPE firstly? Okay? So that property, plant and equipment, it defines tangible assets. Now, what do I mean by tangible asset? What do I mean by PPE? These are the tangible assets. Anyone, what do we mean by tangible assets?
Assets which are visible to our eyes.
Perfect. Assets that are visible, that can be touched, seen, felt, right? So what do I mean by PPE is these are the tangible assets which are held for use in production and supply of goods or services or for rental or administrative use Just a minute. Okay. Now, guys, if I am using any tangible asset for my business purpose, now what do I mean by business purpose is for use in production and supply of goods and services or for rental or administrative use. Now, see, there are two things. Now, if I talk about this laptop, can I call this laptop as my PPE? Firstly, is it a tangible asset? How many of you agree this laptop is a tangible asset?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Can I say I am tangible asset for delivering lectures? See, I'm not using it to produce goods, but to provide services. Now, in my balance sheet, I will classify this laptop as my PPE. I will classify this laptop as my PPE. Everyone understood this? So, tangible assets held for use in production and supply of goods and services, or for rental or administrative use. Now, what do I mean by this? I have held it for rental purposes. My business is to purchase laptops and to give it on rent to someone. Again, I will be classifying it as my PPE only because this is my business. Or I am using it for administrative use, that is my office use, not for producing goods or services. And expected to be used for more than 12 months. And expected to be used for more than 12 months. So this is what do I mean by PPE. Tangible assets held for use in production and supply of goods and services, or for rental or administrative use, and expected to be used for more than 12 months. Everyone understood what do I mean by PPE?
Yes.
Harishi, the class was till 12:30. I'm just leaving you guys in some time once we are done with the recognition criteria. Okay. As this is the first class, I want to keep it somewhat lighter. Now, recognition criteria. Now, when do we recognize PPE? Now, guys, what do I mean by recognition? Recognition means bringing something into the financial statements. Bringing something into the financial statements. So, what is derecognition? The opposite of this. Removing something from the financial statements. Now, I purchased the machinery for my business use. Should I record this in my business transaction? Should I record this in my financial statements? Tell me, guys.
Yes, sir. You should.
Obviously, I should. But I cannot keep on recognizing all the PPE items. There is certain criteria. Only if these criteria are met, I can recognize an item of PPE. Now, firstly, it should be probable that future economic benefits will flow to the entity. Now, what do I mean by probable? Probable, the standard does not define what do I mean by probable, but it does tell me that more than 50% chance. Now, this is an industry practice. Okay. The standard nowhere talks about more than 50%, but it is an industry practice that the word probable means more than 50% chance. So I recognize an item of PPE firstly when it is probable that FEB will flow to the entity. Guys, what do I mean by FEB?
Future economic benefits.
Future economic benefits. Okay, it means future economic benefits. And cost can be measured reliably. Now, see, if I want to measure a particular thing in my financial statements, don't you think I should be in a position to measure the cost? If you are not able to measure the cost, at what value will you include it in your financial statements? Everyone understood? So I will tell you a beauty of this particular recognition criteria. Majority of the standards, the recognition criteria, these 2 points will be the same. These 2 points will be the same. IAS 40, IAS 38, again, these 2 points will be the same. So what are the recognition criteria? Firstly, probable that future economic benefits will flow to the entity. And second, the cost can be measured reliably. Now, what do I mean by and over here? Both the criteria should be met. Then only you can recognize PPE. Else you cannot. Else you cannot. Everyone understood this? Any questions so far? Anyone? Yes, Vivan?
Sir, if you're saying that my machinery is for rental use, so then it will be a part of the inventory, not
No, no. Now see, there are two things, right? Machinery purchased for resale will be your inventory. But you purchase the machinery, now you are giving it on rent to someone. So it's your non-current asset. Someone else is using and you are making money out of that particular usage. Okay?
Providing.
One by one, Shivam. Just a minute, Shivam. Understood, Vivan?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Yes, Shivam, tell me your doubt.
In that case, it will be service that we are providing and generating income from that.
Correct. Correct. So you are providing service only, right? By giving machinery out on rent to someone. Okay? Okay. Now, guys, a last concept for the day, and then we wind up. Expenditure on assets. See, once we purchase the asset, we have to incur expenditure on it. I purchased a vehicle, I purchased a four-wheeler for my business purpose. Will the asset or vehicle keep on working in the same condition throughout? With
No.
its regular usage, perfect. With its regular usage, due to wear and tear, the asset's quality will deplete. So to maintain the asset, I will have to incur some expenses in the form of routine servicing, general maintenance, general servicing. Now, these are my revenue expenditures. Now, what do I mean by revenue expenditure is the recurring expenditure which will be charged to P&L directly, which will be charged to P&L directly. Now, second type of expenditure that I incur is to increase the earning capacity of my laptop. Not the laptop, sorry, the asset. See, there you will be incurring the expenditure on assets for either of the two reasons. First reason, maintain the earning capacity. Now, I am using this laptop to deliver lectures. Now, obviously, to maintain the earning capacity, to ensure that I can take lectures without any interruption, without any technical defects, I will have to keep this laptop serviced on a regular basis. Now, this cost that I am incurring is for maintaining the earning capacity. Understood?
Sir,
Perfect.
can you repeat?
See, I will have to incur routine servicing to my laptop, right? I will have to carry out routine servicing to maintain the earning capacity, or else I won't be able to perform my duties. Got it?
Yes.
Now, second is to increase the earning capacity, wherein the assets, what I say is useful life or the assets earning capacity is increased. I own a cinema which has 100 seats. Now, I carried out certain major repairs because of which the sitting capacity increased from 100 to 250. Now, don't you think my revenue earning capacity has increased? Now,
Yes.
this increase in revenue earning capacity helps me get more future economic benefits. Now, these expenditure that I incurred for increasing the earning capacity of the asset will not be charged to P&L. Rather, it will be capitalized. It will be taken to balance sheet. Okay. See, renovating a house, generally, it will not be recorded in the business transaction at the first place, right, Nandini? Renovating the house.
Say house or like the office.
Office, that's fine. Then office also you will have to see that are you increasing the capacity or you are restoring it. See, renovation can be for two types. Firstly, restoring the asset to its original condition, or you are carrying out some major repairs, or you are extending your building. It was for first floor only. Now you are carrying out some major repairs to increase the sitting capacity in the office. So any restoration cost will again be charged to P&L in the form of general repairs. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now you are having your own building. It was for 2 floors only. Now considering the increase in your business, you thought, let us add 2 more floors to the building. Now this adding 2 more floors will be your capital expenditure, also known as capex. Capex. Understood? But if you are just carrying out routine renovation, then it will be your revenue expenditure only. Okay. So you just have to see, are you just restoring your asset or you are increasing its earning capacity? So to maintain the earning capacity, it will be revenue expenditure. Example, routine vehicle servicing cost. To improve the earning capacity, that is capital expenditure, known as statement will be recognized in SOFP. Guys, SOFP means balance sheet, statement of financial position. Understood? It will be known as statement of financial position. For example, I purchased additional RAM. I purchased additional RAM. Now, if I purchase additional RAM with higher storage capacity, don't you think it will improve the efficiency of my asset? And hence, I will be writing this in the balance sheet and not in P&L. Everyone understood so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so guys, we are stopping here today. Next lecture, that is on Saturday, same time 9 a.m., we will be starting with initial recognition. Okay, we will be starting from here. Everyone understood this? So we have lots of to be studied for IAS 16. This will take up another full lecture, 3 hours. Yes, Varsha.
Sir, I have a general query related to PP.
Mhm.
If I purchase a cable, which is
You purchase
connected
a
to my cable,
Mhm.
connection for PC, CPU, or any other use related to equipment, is this revenue expenditure or capex?
Now, see, I'll tell you one thing, Varsha. There is also concept of materiality. Now, cable that you purchase somewhere costs around 200, 300, or max to max 500 rupees. So
Yes.
generally, what happens is if you keep on capitalizing every small item, it becomes inconvenient to maintain a record of each asset. So generally, this cable that you have purchased will be expensed immediately as under computer expenses.
Okay. And if I purchase this along with the computer and CPU as a
Then
bundle?
yes, you can add it. As a bundle, then yes, you can capitalize it together.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Because see, guys, generally the companies, the corporates, they have a policy. A policy like, now see, it depends on companies to companies, that any asset purchased which is below 10,000 rupees will be expensed off, even if it is a mobile phone that is purchased. They will never capitalize it because it becomes difficult for the corporates to keep a track on all such assets. So they set a benchmark level. Some of the companies set it as 5,000, some set it as 10,000. Even though it's a mobile phone, I know that it qualifies for a PPE. Still, they expense it out. Okay, keeping materiality into mind. Okay, guys. What regular update we use? Because see, generally I will be giving any update here in class itself. No WhatsApp messages from my side. Okay. So I gave you an update that the next FR class will be on the upcoming Saturday at 9 a.m. Everyone? So what will be your homework for the day is for the week? Whatever we have learned, just go through it for once. I will be sharing the notes with the team today evening. Obviously, the team is on weekly off today. They will be resuming tomorrow morning at 10, somewhere around 10:30 a.m. and then they will be uploading the notes. So you can expect the notes be uploaded by tomorrow. Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we wind up the class here today. We will be connecting again on Saturday at 9 a.m. Okay. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.
Sure, sir.
Have a nice week ahead.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Right, sir.
Thank you, sir.